the holiday season can be fun, but by January, your clothes may be a little more snug.
Yeah, a lot of people gain a few extra pounds for a variety of reasons. More savory foods and alcohol, less sleep, and more stress. But you can avoid the holiday weight gain and still have fun.
I hope so. Lifestyle expert Marcello Pedalino is the author of the book Onwards and Upwards. He joins us now with tips to stay safe, healthy this holiday season. Welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you so much, Arnie. Thank you so much, Shirley. It's great to be back.
All right, so we want to jump right in. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Marcello, it's just one day. Can we indulge? Please, give us one day.
Of course it is. Life is short, and you should certainly indulge from time to time
YOLO.
and treat yourself. However, that's the benefit of actually having a healthy lifestyle, because it affords you to have a day where you have extra calories and extra carbohydrates. That being said, if you're not dialed into your nutrition, fitness, and and sleep and stress levels, then that can only kind of exacerbate a downward spiral, a day of indulgence. So I would recommend against that.
All right, so how do you prepare for that day? Do you spend the week, like on days like Thanksgiving, where you know you're going to be having this huge meal? What should you eat during the day, or even in the days leading up to Thanksgiving, so you don't overdo it at that Thanksgiving dinner?
Shirley, I think protein is always your best bet. So I recommend, simple things like eggs. You've got yogurt, a handful of almonds, mainly because the protein will stay in your digestive system. It takes longer to digest, and you're going to feel fuller longer.
Okay.
At the same time, unless you're truly starving, which is normally not the case because most people eat out of habit versus hunger, you can easily get by with a glass of water and just skip breakfast or skip lunch. And this gives your digestive system a chance to do its job and not be so overwhelmed when it arrives to the party. So in the book, we talk about, and go into detail with intermittent fasting and time-restricted feeding.
Okay, so speaking of parties, we know the indulgence might last a little longer for people who like to, celebrate, go to these holiday parties. So how do you enjoy that time with people, especially alcohol is involved, without feeling like you're missing out?
Well, pacing, portion control is everything. Okay, so before we get to the alcohol, just strictly with food, I always recommend actually having like a protein shake a couple hours before you attend the event, because this way you're not going to be as hungry. And look, when it comes to alcohol, obviously you have to be responsible.
Right.
So there's physical health, but there's also emotional and mental health. So we can also make a difference by being smart about who we spend time with. Can you explain that?
Sure. I always tell everybody it's really important with who you surround yourself with, because you are who you surround yourself with. So you got to keep good company. So when it comes to a day like Thanksgiving, when you're going to have the opportunity to kind of eat like a kid in a candy store alone, what you can do is actually hang around with the people who are more mindful of their surroundings, of moderation and pacing, where they might go out for a walk, maybe 30 minutes before or after the big meal, and they're not going to be sitting on the couch scrolling on their phone for 5 hours straight, or watching football 3 games in a row, which are not bad activities, but in moderation. So look for those people, and that's who you want to hang out with.
All right, so it's also important to stay safe during the holidays. What's one of your biggest tips on doing that?
Well, from a safety perspective, look, if you're going to have a drink, obviously, if you're going to, cannabis is legal now in all different forms. So, and then if you're coming home late at night from a party, driving drowsy. People don't understand driving drowsy is as dangerous as driving under the influence. So I recommend, look, have the Lyft and the Uber app on your phone, or take advantage of mass transit, for sure. That's what I would recommend.
I love it.
There's ways to enjoy the holiday safely without overindulging, and, everything in moderation. Thank you so much.
My
and happy
pleasure.
Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you so much for having me back.
Okay, and for more healthy lifestyle tips, find Marcello on Instagram at MMP Marcello.